Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the Hungary, which plays host to the delayed CGP2 race, which was supposed to take place yesterday, but due to the delayed qualifying session in the real F1, there would be no way for the race to take place yesterday without it clashing with something else. So the race was delayed till this morning. But I wonder how that's affected the drivers' mindsets going into this race, because we have seen it, because it's now taking place on Grand Prix Sunday, where there's more people that are going to be watching. Who are there for the CRC race. But in what should be an interesting one here today. As the drivers are about to get underway on their formation lap. Naran Yusufu with his second pole of the season. As here we go. They're underway on their formation lap. And now I'm going to give you our usual grid rundown. In pole position, it's Naran Yusufu, ahead of Kieran Wigglesworth in second, in only his second race. In third on the grid, it is Joshua Suter and Quinn Bayliss in fourth. Owen Cutler lines up in fifth, ahead of Catherine Missal in sixth. James Chandler lines up in seventh, ahead of Matt Sharman in eighth. Reece Jeffries in ninth, with David Metcalf rounding out the top 10. Connie Campbell lines up in 11th, then of Tom Saville in 12th. Dan Schelling lines up in 13th, then of Jesse J. McCarley in 14th. 15th on the grid, it is James Lewington, ahead of Robbie Beaumont in 16th, Joe Bunting in 17th, and Paul Moore in 18th. Kieran Taylor lines up in 19th, then of Callum Weir in 20th, Jade Oates in 23rd, Mario Chielli in 22nd, Daniel Fett in 23rd, Barry Offset to Grace Wilkins in Williams Scott 24th, with Sam Morgan 25th, and Billy Pryor rounding up the grid. Perfection at either end of the grid. So, that is your grid for the 35 lap race that we're going to have. As they're lining up, just awaiting the final few cars. Here we go. We have the lights illuminate above the drivers, and when they go out, we're racing. It's a decent start there from Yusufu. Whilst Reece Jeffries behind making a good start and managed to get the job with Sharman. As Joshua Sutil is up the inside, and that's Kieran Wigglesworth up the inside of Yusufu. But Yusufu's able to defend the lead. Joshua Sutil really bogging down, but Kieran Wigglesworth takes the lead, and that is Quinn Bayliss, who won last race, getting down the inside, going into turn 2. And Quid Baylis and Naran Yusufu having an absolute shocker of the start. They've all made it through safely so far. But it's Wigglesworth who takes the lead. As they're all heading into a lot of cars all over the road going into turn 4. And we've got contact there behind between Morecambe and Wilkinson. Oh, Wilkinson's having a very tough season. They all recover. What an interesting start that we just had. As Cora Morrow up into 15th, the current championship leader. And having a look down the inside of James Lewington, but now that's going to make her susceptible to Connie Campbell, who drives round, is able to drive round the outside. As Baylis starting to catch up to Wigglesworth. Lewington and Campbell battling it out. As Kuramura has dropped to 17. Behind Robbie Beaumont. Campbell right behind Lewington. They're all together going into the chicane as Saville clobbers the curb. McParlin, who had a good start to the season, has not gone well for her since. Currently in 12th, just getting passed by Saville. And you can see Catherine Missau holding up a bit of the train here of Chandler and Metcalf. Metcalf made a fantastic start from 10th to get up to 7th. Missile appears to be really struggling for pace here. We're going to have DRS this lap. Yep, Chandler's got the run, and this should be an easy move. Oh, Missile really moving around under braking. Is Chandler going to make it round the outside? Yes, he is. That's a good move there from Chandler. He seems to like that outside pass. As Wigglesworth is dropping back. He has dropped back to 3rd. Baylis performed the same move. And Yusufu got through as well. So Baylis leading like he did at Silverstone. Could he possibly chase a second win? From 2 races, Joshua Sutil struggling behind Kieran to get past Kieran Wigglesworth. Lap 4 of 35. Suso has the run now. And Wigglesworth again defending with that outside line. There is grip there. But Suso is unable to capitalise. Poor Morrow's really going back to the BBC on the time stream. Now Owen Cutler is behind the struggling Missile. If I was Wigglesworth, I'd be letting Suto through for the championship because Chandler is catching them both. Chandler's got bucket loads of pace here in the Power Max. And we've seen this before and we're seeing it again. Qualifying is always a weak point for him. But in the races, he just comes alive. We saw it with the way that, even though he qualified second in Valencia, but even then, his race pace was amazing. He took the lead there and he never looked back at all. So, I'm pretty sure these two SPN Junior cars will be quite wary of the fact they've got a very fast Power Max behind them. Especially if they're going to be fighting so hard like this. And Suter was able to make it round the outside this time. And Chalmers going to nick through as well. And is he going to be able to get past Suter as well? As Wigglesworth going down the inside, but not quite able to do it. But Chalner is able to defend the position. So Wigglesworth not quite able to do it. That's a bit close for comfort there between the pair. They almost collided there. Chalner up into fourth. And Suter up to third, crucially for the championship. Grace Wilkinson's actually making progress at the back of the field. We're seeing such aggressive defending. From all these drivers. As Chalner having a look round the outside. Visibly more pace Chalner has. Bit of contact there. With the back of the SPN Junior. Morrow's having an absolute nightmare right now. Down in 21st, the championship leader. Sutil's got a good chance to gain points there in the SPN Junior. And Yasufu's actually starting to get really close to Bayless for the lead. As Wilkinson, who unlike Koromoro, is really progressing through the field, getting past Copeman. After that contact at the start, she'll probably have a long stop because of it, but she is progressing through the field. Got a bit of action here. Wigglesworth is just really struggling for pace here. So's Missile, because look at Jeff, we've got a yellow. Oh, we've got massive contact. That'll be a safety car, I'm pretty sure of that. That will be a safety car. And we do have a safety car. Jeffries. So what happened there? That was Kieran Taylor going off. He was racing Connie Campbell, hit too much of the curve, and then was just in the middle of the circuit. And Cora Morrow makes contact. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be behind the safety car this lap, and they're not. Sharma getting into two wheeler. There's a bit of a miscommunication between Jeffries and Missile there. Safety car in this lap. So, where's this leave us then? Safety car's not going to actually pick up many cars. The safety car is about to come in. Let's see how this restart is going to go. Safety car is in. The green flag is out. Bayliss leads the way. Yusufu's got the run. It's the leading four who go to turn one first. As they've got Metcalf getting down the inside of Sharman. And Yusufu is now really close to Bayliss. Trying to have a look. I think there was a tap there. And they're all spreading out now. It seems Suter is struggling with the pace. There's a bit of a train forming up behind him. As Cutler having a look down the inside of Jeffries. And I think he might have made that one stick. Yes, he has. As Sharman getting back past Metcalf. But Metcalf accelerates and tries to get past Jeffries as well. They all have DRS. As McParlin defending from Lewington. Lap 11 of 35. Charlotte still can't get past Sutil. Yellow out there, something, what has happened? Oh, Campbell's gone off. Into the wall. And that'll be the end of her race. What happened there for Campbell? It went off. He just dropped it. As Missile is ahead of Jeffries, has got back ahead of Cutler. Whilst Missile all over the road at turn 7, at turn 4 I mean. Really struggling with Missile. As Wilkinson right behind. Benny Pryor, who moves around under braking. As Chandler looking very close to Sutil now. This is his best chance. Not quite, because he reaches the rev limiter. Waiting for the opportunity to make that move. As Wilkinson this time gets past Pryor. Cutler right behind Jeffries. As Chandler having a run on Sutil. Is he going to be able to make it round the outside like he did before? Yes, he is. So Chandler finally has managed to get that SBN Junior car out of his way. And he can go after the two leaders. He seems to really like that outside line. Oh, off has gone Missile. He seems to have found a good lot. Because Chandler seems to have found a good line around the outside of turn 1 to make moves. We lost Mani Occhielli from this race. We don't know why that was. Let's see when it's in the corner. As Wigglesworth continues to drop back. In second and leading in the early stages, down to 7. Oh! Cutler and Wigglesworth. It was so nearly an incident there when they both had a questionable rejoining of the track. But now this race has gone from bad to worse for Kieron. As McFarlane backing out of Beaumont, getting a little bit close to comfort there. Almost a collision. Looking at the live timing, in terms of looking at everyone's pace at the front, 27.7 for Bayliss, 27.7 for Yasufa. They're both lapping at fairly equal pace, but 27.5 for Chandler. So Chandler is faster than the leading pair. As McFarlane taking it to Wigglesworth. And she gets through. Now this is the lead battle. that we're looking at. Yusufu, who's been behind Bayliss for pretty much the whole race in the perfection. But that white, black and yellow Power Max car is catching at a rate. But this could be interesting when we come to strategy. Chandler a 10th up on the leading pair, as Wigglesworth loses another position. Chandler a 10th up on both Yusufu and Bayliss. Bayliss in his second season of CGP2 was at Coons Academy last year, now is at Amelin Fox. Yusufu, a CGP3 graduate from last year, was second in the championship despite not doing the full season. Started the season at D-Tech before they folded, or pulled out of CGP2 and CGP3, and he moved off to perfection. James Chandler, in his first season of CGP2, having been in iRacing leagues for quite a few years. $15 laps to go. As Chandler still continuing to chip away at that gap up front. It's going down by around 0.3 a lap is that gap. Which is enough to catch them by the end of the race. Obviously don't forget there's still a pit stop phase to go though. But that is where he could really gain a lot of time on the leading pair. If he gets the strategy right, he could have a chance of winning this race. As you can see, Cutler and Saville battling it out, and Cutler is going to get past Saville round the outside. Not quite actually, because Saville's got more momentum down towards turn 2, and now that's going to make Cutler susceptible to miss out. And then McParland on the grass! Oh no, that was never going to work. That's an ambitious move that McParland went for. Tried to find it round the outside. Apparently McParland is absolutely furious on the radio. Claiming Cutler forced her off the track. I don't think there was much Cutler could have done about that, to be honest, because Cutler was on the track. Cutler had the right of way. As Jeffries and Sutil. He was on the track, was Cutler. Just quite an ambitious move there from McFarland. On board with Jeffries. Who makes contact there with Sutil. So, 12 to go. Still the pit stop phase to go. In what has been a fascinating CGP2 race. As Cutler attempts to pass Wigglesworth. Wigglesworth breaks very early and Cutler makes the move. And Beaumont gets down the inside as well. Still just keeping an eye on the gaps. still fluctuating, the gap is. Wigglesworth is really dropping that. He's had a tough day at the office. So 5.3 is the gap. But Wigglesworth really struggling today. And Yasufu has been glued to the back of Bayliss for the whole race. They've been unable to make the move. Yasufu's been clearly quick. We're going to see what's going to happen in the pit stops. $28.0 for Bayliss, $27.9 for Yasufu. So Yasufu is clearly quicker. $27.8 for Chandler. As Wigglesworth and Lewington battle out. Wilkinson's coming to the field. Could she possibly get some points? Oh, Cora Morrow barging her way past. That's going to allow Jade Oaks through as well. Bayliss is in. Both Yasufu and Chandler stay out. Bayliss exits in P5. I wonder if we're going to see anyone try a McDonald from the CGP3 race yesterday. Are we going to see Yasufu come in? No. But Chandler's in. Let's see how this goes. Chandler lost out in the pits last time out because he had to wait for multiple cars to avoid an unsafe release. But no such problems here today. He's out in third. On fresher tyres than Bayliss, so is free to go after him. Now where's Yasufu going to come in to play? Yasufu's in. A couple of back markers taking a while in the pits. Bayes is going to take the lead. Actually, it might be close between him and Chandler, but he's ahead. So Bayliss has got a massive lead now. And I think it's now looking good for Quinn Bayliss. Oh! What on earth is Dan Coatman doing? He's just completely taken. Oh, and that was stupid. How can you even think to just cut across going into the pits when there's another car there? Unacceptable. There's contact between Livingston and Wilkinson. I personally think Bayliss has got this in the bag. I don't really see there being any changes in the top three. Actually, there is traffic ahead. The two of Butters are having a very bad race. I think Yasufu stayed out too long. That's why he's lost out so badly. Yasufu is the fastest out of the leading three, obviously on those newer tyres. But he's not closing at a quick enough rate to be able to take the lead. Quinn Bayliss is just managing the pace. As Lewington trying to get past Morrow, and Lewington succeeds. Suto dropped down to 9th in all that drama. But no one trying a no-stop like McDonald did yesterday. Which cost him the podium. On Friday, I mean. Savile and Missile having quite a battle. Sutil's in there. Penultimate lap here at Hungary. Oh, what's happened to Bayliss? Bayliss has had a problem. He's dropped to 2nd. I think with the back marker that Shana's struggling with now. What happened? He had an incident and that's put Yasufu into the lead of the race. What was Sam Morecambe doing there? Drifting off into the side of him. So Quinn Bayliss really losing out. And now Chandler is catching. He's possibly going to go for 2nd here. Is he going to be able to do it? It's gonna be Yasufu. Who's gonna win? He's gonna take his maiden CGP2 win. Yasufu has one corner to go. And he is going to win here in Hungary. Yasufu wins at the Hungaroring. Ahead of Bayliss and Chandler. What an interesting race that was. So Niran Yasufu is victorious. And he is going to take the full 25 points. What an interesting race that was. The championship standings are about to be updated. For CGP2. So, Yasufu takes the 25. Then Bayliss. Then Chandler. Then Metcalf. Then Jeffries. Then Sharman. Then Missile. Then Savile, Sutil and Beaumont. So, in the championship, wow, this really makes things interesting. Because now, James Chandler's consistency, he is now just 1 point behind Koromoro in the driver's standings. Could he possibly take the championship this year? His consistency, he's been so quiet with his consistency. And now, he is now emerged to be a championship contender. To be a strong championship contender. He is proving himself to be he could possibly win this championship this year. As coming up, we do now have the podium. Oh god, someone's going to be in trouble with FOM. I've just seen a stream of the Grand Prix on the internet. Someone's streaming the Sky F1 coverage. Someone's going to be in trouble with FOM. Someone's going to be in trouble. If when FOM see that, they are not going to be happy that someone is streaming Sky F1's coverage of the race. So silly. Just to say this, there's been an increase in the amount of idiots in the F1 community recently. All these things going around on Twitter, all these fake accounts and everything, it's just a mess. Anyway, it's time for the podium.
Mate, I'm going to have to run to the podium. Absolute joy, my man. I've enjoyed it.
Here in Hungary.
For the podium. What a great GP2 race.
In third place, James Chandler for Power Max. In second place, Quinn Bayliss for Amlin Fox. And the winner, Naran Yusufu. And for him and perfection, we hear the British and United States national anthem. As now it's time for the trophy presentation. It's the winner's trophy to Naran Yesufu. So it's Naran Yesufu's victorious. The second place trophy goes to Quinn Bayliss. So, Quinn Bayliss, who almost won but had to settle for second. The third place driver, James Chandler, takes his third place trophy. He is now a strong championship contender. So, the drivers just posing for the podium photograph. Now, it is time for the drivers to let loose with the champagne. It's Naran Yesufu, who is victorious in Hungary. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.